Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay. It's Friday, this is the last literacy lesson of the week. So this lesson is going to be, it might feel a bit disjointed that the activities don't quite marry up. Well, that's because I had another activity for you to do yesterday and I forgot to give it you. So I thought, as it's Friday and you've got the whole weekend, I thought I'd give it you today and be a bit cruel. So I want you to think back to your work from yesterday, and we used those words, didn't we? And we thought about synonyms and antonyms. Do you remember those words in bold from the model text? So your task today, first of all, is to pick one of those words and use it in a sentence. Not one, actually. Let's say 4. Pick 4 of those words and write them in a sentence. It should be dead easy because you know exactly what they mean. So I'm going to show you what I mean. If it'll let me share my screen. Yes, there we go. So I'm going to pick the word seething. Okay, and the example from the text was Sarah's seething resentment finally reached boiling point. So the word that I'm using is seething. So you can write your sentence about anything. I'm going to write mine about football because those of you who are football fans will know that football is coming back finally on the week in a few weeks' time. So that's exciting, isn't it? We can watch the football again on the television. So I know that the word seething means someone's very angry. So I'm going to have to think about the fans of the losing team. So at the end of the match, I'm going to use a time adverbial there to tell, not of the meeting, of the match from Township. I'm going to tell everyone when this sentence took place. And remember, I need a comma after my friend's adverbial. The seething fans, I think because they're angry, they're not going to walk out, they're going to charge, so charge out of the football ground. That's my word there. As you're writing your sentences, could you either highlight them or underline the word that you've chosen from the model text or from your table? You don't have to write the model text example, but I'd like you to underline the word that you are using. So again, the reminder, pick 4 words from that table, one sentence for each one. So first of all, you should have written for me 4 sentences that include words from our table from yesterday's lesson. You can pause the video and do that now if you wish. Remember, take a picture and send it to us. Right, we'll actually move on now to today's lesson. And I'll remember to do all of today's activities. So we're going to have a look at our introduction in a bit more detail, and we're going to unpick it and see what the words and phrases used tell us about the characters. So we're first of all going to think about the character Jack. Outside, the evening was cold and wet. A squally wind howled, rattling the roof tiles and shaking the window frames of 13 Wager Road. Inside, shabby curtains were drawn, a humble fire crackled, and a couple sat in silence. Jack stretched out on the tired couch with an amusing smile, turning the page of his favourite novel. Sarah scowled, silently seething. She scanned the room, noticing the worn-out furniture, peeling paint, and in her opinion, a pointless, idle husband. She deserved so much better than this. So I've picked out, as you can see, and highlighted some phrases and words there that will tell us about Jack. So I put Jack stretched out on the tired couch. So if he's stretching out on the couch, what does that tell us about him? Okay, have a think. And he had an amused smile on his face. He had an amused smile. So what does that tell us? I think that probably tells us he's quite a jokey, laid-back character, turning the pages of his favourite novel. So he obviously enjoys reading. So what you're going to do then, in fact, let me show you this first. So this is an example answer. So this is what these words make me think about Jack. The word stretch makes me think Jack is lying down and very relaxed. He is reading one of his favourite novels or books, which I think he has read many times. In addition, he appears to be happy and content because he has an amused smile. So can you see there how I've picked out the words and I've used those phrases in my answer, and I've told the reader of my answer what I think about Jack. So your task today is to look at the next paragraph and you're going to write me an answer like that. Okay? So we are going to think about the character Sarah. Okay? So we've got the same opening paragraph. And this time I'm going to highlight words and phrases about Sarah. So outside the evening was cold and wet. The squally wind howled, rattling the roof tiles and shaking the window frames of 13 Wager Road. Inside, shabby curtains were drawn, a humble fire crackled, and a couple sat in silence. Jack stretched out on the tired couch with an amused smile, turning the page of his favourite novel. Sarah scowled, silently seething. Okay, so think, what does that tell us? She scanned the room, noticed the worn out furniture and peeling paint, and in her opinion, a pointless, idle husband. She deserved so much more. So I have highlighted there some words and phrases that tell us about Sarah. So I think Sarah scowled, silently seeing. She's a very angry person. She's very angry about what she's seeing, about where she is. So she scanned the room, noticing the worn-out furniture, peeling paint. So she's obviously angry about that. And in her opinion, a pointless, idle husband. Okay, so that tells us that she doesn't think her husband does enough. She thinks that she has to do all the work and he doesn't do enough. She deserved so much more than this. So again, that tells us that she thinks she's better than the life she is leading. So your task then is to write a paragraph a bit like the one we saw. Can I do? Oh, I can't do dual page display here. A bit like the one we just read. So this is what the words make me think about Jack. So you're going to write, this is what words make me think about Sarah. So you start off with the word, or you could say scowled, tells me that Sarah is a, and then you carry on. Okay, so I'd like to write a paragraph using the words that I've highlighted, and tell me what you think they tell you about Sarah. Okay, that's your task for today. Remember, take a picture, send it to us at year 5 at bluecoatfederation.co.uk, and I look forward to seeing them. Have a lovely weekend. Come back on Monday and we will carry on with our wishing story. See you soon. Bye.